You're my boys, Splashy here, and today's video will be the $1,200 Invitational verse. Probably the best all-around PlayStation player there is. My gameplay from my end was messed up, so we had to get it from his stream. You'll be seeing his socials on here the entire time. You have a clean vouch from me. Please go follow and bless my dog JB up. He grinding for partner, and this is probably going to be the best gameplay you've seen from two of the top players this entire year. So let's get straight into it. This is the Invitational. You're going to be seeing a lot of fluke, a lot of good plays, a lot of bad plays, and you know I'm just here to commentate it. This is probably one of my favorite players to play. Make sure you remember it's me in the orange jerseys, him in the white. I am the person whose gameplay is not up. This is off his stream, and that's that. So we get Steve Francis with a good standing dunk right there. We got Steve Francis with the ball. He ends up trying to fade. We pass out. It's a steal. That's good defense. He runs on the break. He gets a nice dunk. We try to take him out. We get no animation. He gets the ball again. Steve Francis. I end up giving the ball to James Worthy. James Worthy is trapped. We give it to Jermaine O'Neal. We try to run. We end up getting a blow by. We try to run again. We end up getting a dunk on KG and Scotty sitting in the paint. This will be some ugly gameplay, and this from a little minute ago. So even now, the meta is changing a little bit. But as you can see, his lineup is Ja Morant, Iggy, Zach Randolph, KG, and Scotty versus Steve Francis, Scotty, Alex English, Jermaine O'Neal, and James Worthy. You see Steve Francis literally trying to put on a masterclass. He's going up on 3 people. He's going up on 5 people. We end up missing that dunk. This is probably the best fast break leaker on the console right now. Before the shot even goes up, he's already down court. So we get the ball. Steve Francis hits Alex English. We push through, standing dunk. 10-12 right now. We got Ja Morant. He hits Iggy. Iggy runs by Steve Francis. We get a good clean switch down there. Alex English ends up getting standing dunked on. Boom, we end up step-manning something out the corner. We drop out. He thinks he has the good cop-out pass. We end up stealing it. Worthy, push all the way to the paint. We try to throw a dot, but my team's standing too close together. We got John, Steve Francis, and it's time to work. We end up hitting Jermaine down the middle. We end up hitting Scotty. We end up going right back down there, going up in Zach Randolph's mid 40% layup. It's ugly, but we'll take it. Steve Francis hits Alex English. Alex English waits out the jump, 17-16. This is a grit fest, grit game going on right now. Boom, we got Ja Morant. I end up thinking he's going to hit the row. He doesn't hit the row. He ends up actually missing, which is very rare. It's 2 seconds left. We hit James Worthy. Zach Randolph backs up too much. Let's get a shot. Bang! Boom, so he tries to blitz me. I end up getting rid of the ball quick enough. Jermaine O'Neal pushes all the way to the paint. Pushes Iggy under the restricted area. Easy layup, easy layup. Boom, boom. There, we got him caged. We got him caged. We got him caged. We got him caged. He throws it to Ja. We're all over the place. We're all over the place. We're all over the place. We end up giving up the 3. I thought Amped wouldn't have him right there, and he was out of energy, and it was going to be hard to shoot. We give it to Scotty down there. He ends up getting a right stick block, which then results in Ja Morant getting an easy dunk for a nice 6-point swing. We end up getting the block right back at him the next possession. He ends up fouling. We end up missing a free throw because it was a transition take foul. We got Iggy going to the paint on Giannis. As you can see, I told you, this is about a week, 2 weeks out. So the cards that are on the court wouldn't even be the cards that are on the court now if me and him were to play right now. Boom. Up 3. He's up 3. I have the ball. We see what we get. We got nothing there. We end up hitting Jermaine. Jermaine has Iggy on. Larry Johnson has Giannis on him. We end up running right around him. Dunk. We hit Dyson. Dyson pushes Westbrook under the restricted area. Tough layup make. Third quarter getting ready to start. 34-32. Yes, this was a $1,200 invitational. We got a commit right there. This was the biggest tournament of the year so far besides Quals. And this was 100% a goodie. Westbrook gets a standing contact dunk on Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry comes in the game. Let's see what he does. Hits Chris Bosh on the pop. Chris Bosh, easy peasy lemon squeeze. You know that's knocked down. He shoots one with Larry Johnson. It was a 29%. We end up trying to leak. We don't get out enough. JT trying to push to the paint. We got 6 seconds on us. Let's see what JT does with this amount of time. We hit Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh doesn't get anything. We end up calling the back door. Larry Johnson dunk. We up 3. We end up being up 5. Jermaine O'Neal gets a bare stop. We end up hitting James Worthy for the slow fade. We're up 8 right now, and this game is looking like it should be over. But when playing a good player of JB's caliber, he'll always get his game back. he's gonna go on a run, and that's what I was telling myself the entire time we were playing. Steve Francis goes up again, up 8. Ja Morant shoots a tough shot. His board, I didn't end up getting the box out. He ends up going up. We're gone. 46-38. Alex English versus Ja Morant. We end up hitting Worthy. Worthy runs right past Zach Randolph. We are now up 10. Fourth quarter starts, and this is where it gets gritty. Iggy gets me a good lead, 50-40. He ends up shooting a tough shot with Iggy. He gets the board by tipping it to himself, even though one player is boxed out. We're only up 7, and we have team takeover. He ends up getting a fluke layup, 13% and 1. No foul should have been called right there for a good 3-point swing to start. Steve Francis with a good contact dunk off Scottie Pippen's body. Zach Randolph has the shot. He ends up not shooting it. For some reason, left corner is just wide open. We give up the 3. It's now a 3-point game. He ends up getting the Bears stop of the game. Oh my goodness, we're trying to get the stop. We end up, we're playing D. We're playing D. Ja Morant to the Baja. Easy dunk. I'm only up 1 with 4 seconds left. I end up not scoring. He ends up trying to run something. He has Iggy wide open. Iggy steps out of bounds. That's the game when I am now up 1-0. Let's get to the second game. Shall we? I end up throwing the ball in. You know what you do when there's no time left. You get the ball, you chuck it up because only 3 seconds left. And that's the game. Boom. Let's get to game 2. He starts off with an early lead 4-0. I step out of the corner with he steps out the corner with Zach Randolph. My bad. It's even confusing me a little bit because I'm so used to seeing it from my point of view. He ends up missing the layup, 100% smothered. He gets his own rebound. We end up getting a stop back, and we're running. We're running. Alex English has the ball in his hands, throws a dot to Jermaine O'Neal. We wait out the jump. We end up getting a good dunk. 4-2. Ja Morant ends up shooting a tough shot right off the hip, 7-2. Steve Francis has the ball. My spacing is messed up. We end up having to throw the ball at 2 because my corner ended up cutting late. He ends up waiting out the reach. He doesn't shoot it. He gives it to Zach Randolph. Zach Randolph goes up on 2 people, 9-2. 11-6 at the moment as we refresh it. James Worthy ends up putting Zach Randolph's head into the rim. Zach Randolph is on the run. He's on the run. He gets under there, open layup. He's now up 5. Steve Francis throws it to James Worthy. We put Zach Randolph off of us with a nice stick dunk, 13-10. Ja Morant now has played bad, so it's looking like we need to stay home. We end up giving up our first normal fade of the series, which is one of JB's killer moves that are very hard to guard. Steve Francis up taking off from the free throw line on Iguodala and asserting his dominance. Larry Johnson pushes Scottie Pippen off of him and asserts his dominance. And as you can see, this is just a back and forth affair. Scottie Pippen off 1 foot fade, almost falling backwards at the half court line. I'm telling you, this was a high-powered game versus who I think is the best all-around player on PlayStation right now. James Worthy, we end up trying to dot him, but he's not in the right spot. Steve Francis ends up trying to go up with a contact dunk, goes up with it early. We somehow get the rebound over 2 people. As you can see, he flops because that was a fluke play, and I even agree. We were boxed out by 2 people. Scottie ends up tipping it to himself, catching it, and we lead 2-3. And that now led to a 7-point swing and Algo with a pinch steal involved in it as well. We are supposed to shoot that front fade with James Worthy. I didn't think he would back up that much, but Scottie Pippen has the ball. We're waiting on the screen. James Worthy, top of the key. You know that boy don't miss. That's J-Dub, baby. He puts Westbrook in, and I think he is the best Westbrook user on the console, but we tried to contain Westbrook as much as we could. You see we're throwing a quick double team at him. I have a crazy fear of Westbrook. He ends up shooting a tough shot with Chris Bosh. We end up getting a 7 on it. We walk up the court. We take our time. It's Dyson on us. We do one move. We go up on Larry Johnson with the left. Easy 33-29. Now it's 33-32. It's his ball. He's trying to push Dyson under the paint. He gets a tough standing dunk in my mid. Then we got Ja Morant with the front fade off 1 foot on the press breaker. Steph ends up coming back. We hit Steph. Steph runs to the paint. We go up with a nice little left-hand layup. And then the next possession, we try to get a blitz. He stops on the dime one more time. Shoots off 1 foot with Ja Morant. And now has a 5-point lead, baby. Wow. We missed a couple plays. KG ends up shooting a tough 3 off the pop right there. I have the ball, down four. Iggy tries to throw the ball. I hit the wrong icon. It's okay because he gets me a bucket right there. Kemp shows why he should be in the game right there with a nice little standing dunk. He tries to throw a lob. Jason Tatum doesn't get off the floor because I guess he catches a flat tire. Scottie Pippen ends up coming off the screen. He ends up shooting a 1 foot left fade. I end up boxing out KG instead of Zach Randolph. He gets the board. Right next, Zach Randolph comes down and misses basically what this game would consider a wide open layup. 1 point game, 3 minutes 41 seconds left. Jermaine right by KG. We wait out the jump for daddy. Dunk. A minute 24 now, as you can see, it is high powered. We hit Jermaine. Load up, knockdown. Load up, knockdown. Scotty Pimpin with the bad layup animation. As you can see, the time is flickering back and forth because it was pretty hard to get these clips in order because Twitch be messing up a little bit, but it's okay because Steve Francis has the mismatch. Jermaine O'Neal now has the mismatch. As we are up 2, we swipe him out of the way. Easy dunk. We're up 4. He ends up coming down the court the next play with a front fade off the blitz, trying to speed him up, and he speeds me up and gets one. Steve Francis then comes down with a standing dunk. And then as it is a 3-point game with 15 seconds left, my controller goes dead. I end up giving up a 3. We're gonna end up going to OT right there. Sorry to spoil that one, but we're gonna end up going to OT right there. KG ends up running right by me. Tie game. Boom. It's 60-60 right here. Steve Francis ends up going up on 4 people with the green stick dunk. And now it's OT. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We end up hitting Jermaine down low. We wait out the pump fake. We waited out layup. We are up 2 in OT. Alex English with the first stop. And then he goes on the fast break. We are now up 4. He comes down the next possession. It speeds up. Alex English with another blitz. We're now up 6. Alex English is putting on a masterclass. And then Scotty gets me a stop. We think this is the sealer right here. Bully animation. He blocks it. He gets the rebound. We come down the other way. We got to play D. We got to play D's for $1,200, fellas. We got to play D. We got to play D. Ja gets a blow by. Finishes. We're only up 4. It's our ball right now. He's trying to speed me up. We end up hitting Alex English. Scotty down the middle. Dunk. He basically has team take. I basically got team take. A lot of people are glowing. Load up, pop. He's only down 3 with a minute 8 seconds left. And then we hit Scotty. We hit Alex English. 63 ball for the bang! Up 6, 50 seconds left. We end up not giving up the pop. We let him score too easy, but it's a 4-point game. 20 seconds left. We hit Steve Francis. Steve Francis goes up with a layup. He's running. He's running. We end up trying to get a stop. We're walled up. We're walled up. We're walled up. He ends up getting a standing dunk. 74-72. He ends up getting a bare stop. Couldn't stop at the 3, and that's the game. Listen, fellas, if you guys love the high action gameplay that was just provided to you with me versus my dog JB, make sure you go follow all of his socials, and all in all, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Stop by the Twitch. We just hit 1,000 subs, so the goal is already complete, but you can still stop by and help me hit 1,100. Splashy, stop by the Twitter, Splash Edition. DM me with anything you need. I'm actually grinding centerpieces right now, so if you need help with your centerpieces before Friday hits, make sure you hit me up. This was probably the best game that has been caught on tape. You remember how the USA game got caught and they didn't really have it on tape when Michael Jordan was violating everybody, man, and they said he was the second coming of Jesus? JB is, when he is of age, I do think he will have a 250 belt under his belt. But other than that, I love every single one of y'all. Make sure y'all have a blessed day. Peace.